Hello everyone. In today's session, we will learn about the basics of system programming. Here we were studying our first unit, that is the introduction to the system programming, in which firstly we will see about the basics of the system programming. So in previous session we have seen language processing activity involves translation of a program. How the translation of a program written in high level language into a machine level language. So here translator is permitting the programmer to express his algorithm in a high language instead of a machine level. There are some benefits of writing program in a high language instead of a machine language. Like it will increase in programmer's productivity. It will be machine independent. Program written in high level language. It will be independent on the machine language. If we are writing the program in the high level language, at that time it will be easy to write a program. So as we are having these advantages, we can write the program in high level language instead of a machine code. And here we are using a translator. So translator can convert source language, or we can say a high level language program, into a target program. It means what? It can convert high level language into a machine code. So here we are using a translator to convert source language into a target language. Target means जो machine code है वो. Then we have seen there is a difference between the machine and the high level language, because high level language is closer to the application domain. High level language should provide features necessary expressing for the algorithm, and when we are expressing our idea in the high level language, that must ultimately be interpreted in the terms of execution domain of a computer system. So we have seen there you will get semantic gap between the two domains, which will imply efforts that is needed by the code, needed by the translator to convert which program we have written in the source language into a machine code. So semantic gap is less, then it is easy to write a translator. But this will adverse consequence in the program development, particularly large development times, large development effort, and the poor quality of the software. So if you see about the source and the machine language, at that time we will get the development of the large program will involve two steps: specification, design, writing, and algorithm. Implementation of an algorithm through the PL. It means what? The programming language. So software development using a programming language that will introduce new domain, that we are saying as a PL domain, programming language domain. And if we want to reduce the specification gap, at that time we can do this by selecting programming language which provides features suited for a writing particular application, but this will increase execution gap. After that we have seen language translator means what? Which will translate a program written in the high level language into a machine code. Compiler, it is a language translator for program which we are writing in the C language. D translator, which will does exactly reverse of the language translator. Preprocessor, it will bridge an execution gap, but it is not a language translator. Language migrator, as the name defines, it will bridges the specific gap between the programming languages. So we have seen there about the compiler, interpreter. Compiler means what? Which will translate the entire program into a machine. Interpreter translates the code one line at a time, executing each line as it is translated. मतलब ये क्या करता है, इंटरप्रीटर जो है इट इज ट्रांसलेटिंग ओनली वन लाइन एट अ टाइम एंड एग्जीक्यूटिंग ईच लाइन एज इट इज अ ट्रांसलेटेड. मतलब ट्रांसलेट होने के बाद उसको एग्जीक्यूट करेगा. बट कंपाइलर इट इज ट्रांसलेटिंग इंटायर प्रोग्राम into a machine language. So this is the basic difference between the compiler and interpreter. Interpreter क्या करता है, at a time only एक line को translate करता है, but compiler क्या करता है, it is translating whole program at a time. And if we will talk about the compiler, if there is a problem in any code, compiled programs make the programmer wait for the execution of the entire program. But as interpreter is translating only one line at a time, interpreter lets the programmer know immediately when and where the problem exists in the code. But वही कंपाइलर में क्या करना होता है, कंपाइलर में क्या है, एट अ टाइम पूरा प्रोग्राम ट्रांसलेट होता है. सो ड्यू टू विच it have to wait for the execution of entire program. वहाँ कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम है तो उसको पूरा प्रोग्राम एग्जीक्यूट होने के लिए वेट करना पड़ेगा. कंपाइलर प्रोड्यूस बेटर ऑप्टिमाइज कोड दैट जनरली रन फास्टर एंड कंपाइल्ड कोड itself sufficient. It can be run on their intended platform without the compiler present. Interpreter can be easier to use and it will produce more immediate results. However, the source code of the interpreted language cannot run without the interpreter. If we will talk about the compiler, we can say it will spend lot of time analyzing and generating machine code. It is not suited during the program development. But here, as we are saying, we are executing line by line at a time, only one line. We can say relatively little time is spent in the interpreter for analyzing because it is executing line by line. Then here we are supposed to see now consequence of a large semantic gap. There are some consequences like more development time, large development effort, poor quality of the software. So software engineering steps to tackle the consequence using a programming languages are specification, design, coding steps, programming language implementation steps. Software implementation using programming language will introduce the PL domain. So PL domain, already we have talked about the PL domain yesterday. What we are saying here, it is the semantic gap can be reduced by selecting a programming language, and it is giving a feature for particular application. So this will increase the execution gap. So we can say here semantic gap between the application and the execution domain is taken care by the software engineering steps, and specification gap is taken care of the software by software development team. Execution gap is taken care by designer of a programming language processor, that is translator or a interpreter. Specification gap is nothing but it is a semantic gap between the two specification of a same task. Execution gap is in between the semantics of the program that perform same task that is written in the different programming languages. So here we can see each domain is having its specific language. Specifications written in the specific language is a program which is written in the specific language. Specification language of the programming language domain is the programming language itself. Specification language of the execution domain is the machine language of a computer. So here we can say there are advantages of a PL domain, like the gap to be bridged by software designer is in between the application and the execution domain. So we can say here the gap to be bridged by software designer is between application and the PL domain rather than between the application and the execution domain, due to which it can reduce severity of the consequence of the semantic gap. Language processor provides diagnostic capability to detect and indicate errors, improving quality of a software. So here we can say there we can use a language processor which is a software which bridges specification or a execution gap. It abandons generation of a target program if it detects error in the source program. Source means what? The program which we are writing input to the language processor, and the output of the language processor we can say as a target program. So you can see here the example of the language processor. If we are giving to the any C++ processor source program as a C++ program, and if there is any error at that time, you can see here it will be. So here you will get the target program that can be a C program. And if we are taking another example, you can see source program C++. If there is a translator, you will get the machine language program as a target program. So here now we can talk about the spectrum of a language processor for the practical requirement. It is a language translator which will bridges a gap between execution and the machine language of a computer. Here we can use assembler language translator with a source language assembly. Compiler, it is also a language translator which is not as a assembler. Example C, C++, Pascal, Fortran. Detranslator which will bridges the execution gap. As language translator, but it will be in the reverse direction. मतलब डी ट्रांसलेटर जो है लैंग्वेज ट्रांसलेटर के एग्जैक्ट ऑपोजिट है. Then preprocessor, it is a language processor which will bridge the execution gap, but it is not a language translator. Language migrator which will bridges the specification gap between two programming languages. Now we can talk about the interpreter. You can see here the diagram of the interpreter domain. Language processor which bridges the execution gap without generating machine language program. मतलब it can create execution gap without generating the machine language program. So we can talk interpreter is useful during the program development. Program execution requires either a compiler or a interpreter. Compiler translates a source program into machine instruction. Machine instruction can be executed by a computer. But if we are using the interpreter, interpreter is accepting the source program and performing the action without associated with the so we can say interpreter which will accept the source program and it will perform the actions which are associated with the instructions. So it can create virtual execution environment. Interpreter has the control of the execution of the program during the execution because it is taking a source code but it is interpreting that instruction only that instruction or a single line at a time. So we can say as interpreter reads the source code as one instruction or a one line at a time, it can convert this line into a machine code and after that it will execute it. So we can say there are the lots of advantages of the interpreter. It does not have output interface and hence target program. So we say interpreter executes a program which we are writing in the programming language. Here no execution gap will be present. It will encompasses programming language and the execution domain. So specification language of the system language of the both domains are the identical. So we can say as it is converting one line or a one instruction at a time. The advantage of the interpreter will be like it is simple, you can interrupt it while it is running. क्योंकि यहाँ पे क्या है, जब भी एरर आता है at that time it will directly tell to the source because it will not wait for the whole execution. But compiler में क्या होता है, it will wait for execution of whole program. But interpreters we can use easily because if interpreter get any error at that time, it can immediately show that error to the programmer and firstly it will solve that program. So we can say by using an interpreter we can interrupt it while it is running. We can change the program, either we can continue the execution or start again. And the disadvantage is that every line has to be translated every time it is executed. Because of this interpreter tend to be slow क्योंकि यहाँ single line at a time हमें execute करना है. But it is very useful in a program because if there is any error at that time you will get a benefit of the interpreter and it is useful in program development as the program can be modified on a line. So here we can say the problem oriented and procedure oriented language. We will see